Welcome back to our channel Historic Coin Treasures, where we uncover hidden coin rare discoveries and the real stories behind historic currency. If you love history, treasure, and the possibility of life-changing finds, subscribe now and let's discover the next hidden fortune together. Top 1. Today we are diving into one of the most mysterious and underrated coins in American history, the 1979 quarter dollar. And trust me, by the end of this video, you might start checking every pocket coin you have ever saved, because some of these quarters are not just spare change, they could be hidden treasure. Now, when we talk about the 1979 quarter, most people immediately think it is just a normal everyday coin, something you would barely notice in your wallet. But what if I told you that certain rare versions of this coin have shocked collectors with their surprising value and unique minting mistakes that make them stand out in the world of coin collecting? So stay with me, because today we are going deep into the secrets, the history, the rare errors, and the real value of the 1979 quarter dollar, and why collectors are paying serious money for the right one. Let's start with a quick look at the background. The 1979 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which features the iconic portrait of George Washington on the front and the eagle design on the reverse. This design had been in use since 1932, and by 1979, it was already one of the most recognizable coins in the United States. But here is where things get interesting. Not all 1979 quarters are the same. They were minted in different locations, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and each mint produced coins with slight differences that collectors pay very close attention to. Philadelphia minted coins without a mint mark. Denver coins have a small D mint mark, and San Francisco coins usually have an S mint mark and are often proof coins made specifically for collectors. Now you might be wondering, what makes a simple quarter from 1979 worth more than just 25 cents? The answer lies in condition, rarity, and most importantly, minting errors. Let's talk about condition first, because this is where many people miss out on value. Coins that are in mint state, meaning they have never been circulated and still have their original shine, are far more valuable than worn-out coins. Even a small difference in condition can change the value significantly, but condition alone is not enough to make a coin truly special. What really excites collectors are errors, and this is where the 1979 quarter becomes fascinating. One of the most sought-after errors is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing part of the design to be missing. These coins look unusual, and that is exactly why collectors love them. The more dramatic the error, the higher the value can be. Another rare and valuable error is the double die variety. This occurs when the coin is struck more than once, slightly misaligned, creating a visible doubling effect on the letters or numbers. If you look closely at the date or the word liberty, you might see this doubling, and that is a big sign of rarity. Then we have clipped planchets, which are coins that were not fully formed before being struck, resulting in a missing section on the edge. These coins are easy to spot and highly collectible. There are also coins with weak strikes or missing details, especially in the eagle feathers on the reverse. While some might think this is damage, it can actually be a minting issue that adds to the uniqueness of the coin. Now, let's not forget about proof coins from San Francisco. These coins were specially made for collectors, using polished dies and planchets, giving them a mirror-like finish. But even among proof coins, there are rare variations and errors that can increase their value significantly. Another factor that makes certain 1979 quarters valuable is the grading assigned by professional grading services. Coins graded at the highest levels, such as near perfect condition, are extremely rare and can command impressive prices at auctions. Imagine finding a coin that looks ordinary, but after grading it turns out to be one of the finest known examples. This is exactly the kind of discovery that keeps collectors searching every day. And here is something very important for you if you want to start checking your own coins. Always look carefully at the date, the mint mark, the edges, and the overall appearance. Use good lighting and even a magnifying glass. Small details can make a huge difference. Also keep in mind that cleaning a coin can actually reduce its value, so if you think you have found something special, do not clean it, just keep it safe and consider having it evaluated by an expert. Now let's talk about the excitement of coin collecting, because this is not just about money, it is about the thrill of discovery. The idea that something small and overlooked can turn out to be rare and valuable is what makes this hobby so addictive. Collectors all around the world are constantly searching for hidden gems, and the 1979 quarter is one of those coins that continues to surprise people even today. Every coin has a story, and the 1979 quarter represents a time in history, a piece of American heritage that has traveled through countless hands and experiences, and now it could be sitting quietly waiting to be discovered by someone like you. So next time you get change from a store or find old coins in a drawer, take a moment to look closely, because you never know what you might find. This is not just about collecting coins, it is about uncovering history and maybe even changing your life with a single discovery. And now the moment you have been waiting for, the real value of the 1979 quarter. A regular circulated 1979 quarter is usually worth around 25 cents to $1 depending on condition. Uncirculated high-grade coins can be worth between $10 to $100. Rare error coins such as off center strikes, double die varieties, or clipped planchets can range from $100 to several $1,000s depending on rarity and condition. Top 2. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern coins that many people overlook but serious collectors quietly search for: the United States 2016 Theodore Roosevelt quarter dollar. And trust me, by the end of this video you might start checking your own pocket change very carefully. This coin is part of the famous America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series that celebrates national parks and historic sites across the United States, and the 2016 Theodore Roosevelt quarter represents Theodore Roosevelt National Park, located in North Dakota, a place rich in wildlife, rugged landscapes, and presidential history. Now, at first glance, this coin might look like just another ordinary quarter, but what most people don't realize is that hidden within certain versions of this coin are rare varieties and minting errors that can turn a simple 25-cent coin into something worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Let's start by understanding what makes this coin special. In the first place, the reverse side of the coin features a stunning image of a bison standing in the landscape of Theodore Roosevelt National Park with the rugged terrain behind it, symbolizing the untamed spirit of the American frontier and President Theodore Roosevelt's deep connection with nature and conservation. The design itself is already admired by collectors, but the real excitement begins when we talk about mint marks and variations. This coin was minted in 3 primary locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, each marked with a small letter P, D, or S, and each one has its own story and value depending on condition, rarity, and errors. Coins from Philadelphia and Denver were made for circulation, which means millions were produced and used in everyday transactions. However, not all of them are equal because condition plays a huge role. If you happen to find a 2016 Theodore Roosevelt quarter in mint state condition, meaning it has never been used and still shines like new, its value can already be significantly higher than face value, especially if graded by professional services. But here is where things get truly exciting. Some of these quarters were struck with minting errors, and these errors are what collectors dream about. One of the most talked about errors is the double die error, where parts of the design appear double due to a misalignment during the minting process. This can often be seen in the inscriptions or fine details of the bison and landscape, and coins with clear doubling can command very high prices. Another rare error is the off-center strike, where the coin design is not properly aligned, leaving part of the blank visible. These coins are visually striking and highly collectible, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible. Then we have die cracks and cuts, which occur when the minting die becomes damaged over time, creating raised lines or blobs on the coin surface. While these may look like imperfections, they actually increase the coin's value when they are prominent and unique. There are also clipped planchet errors, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a flaw in the metal blank before it was struck. These are extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors who specialize in error coins. Now, let's talk about the San Francisco Mint versions, because this is where things get even more interesting. The San Francisco Mint produced special proof coins which were not intended for circulation. These coins have a mirror-like finish and incredibly sharp details, making them highly desirable for collectors. Within these proof coins, there are silver versions made with 90% silver, and these are especially valuable due to both their precious metal content and limited mintage. If you own a silver-proof 2016 Theodore Roosevelt quarter in perfect condition, it could be worth significantly more than a regular coin, and if it has any unique error or exceptional grading, the value increases even further. Collectors also pay close attention to grading, which ranges from circulated condition all the way to perfect mint state. Grades like MS70 or PR70. A coin with a higher grade means fewer imperfections and greater value. So if you are serious about checking your coins, you need to look for a few key things. Check the mint mark, see if it is P, D, or S. Examine the coin under good lighting or magnification. Look for doubling, unusual marks, or anything that looks different from a normal coin. Pay attention to the condition. Is the coin shiny? Does it have scratches or wear? And most importantly, do not clean your coin, because cleaning can actually reduce its value significantly, even if the coin looks better to the naked eye. What makes the 2016 Theodore Roosevelt quarter so exciting is that it is a modern coin, which means there are still many of them out there waiting to be discovered in circulation coin rolls or old collections. This creates a sense of treasure hunting, where anyone can potentially find a valuable coin without spending a fortune. Imagine finding a rare error coin in your change, something that most people would ignore, but you recognize its true value. That is the thrill of coin collecting. and why so many people around the world are passionate about it. And here is something even more interesting: the demand for error coins has been growing rapidly in recent years as more collectors enter the hobby and search for unique pieces that stand out from standard coins. This means that coins like the 2016 Theodore Roosevelt quarter, especially those with rare errors or in perfect condition, could continue to increase in value over time. So the next time you receive change, do not just toss it aside, take a closer look, because hidden among those ordinary coins could be something extraordinary. Now let's talk about value. And this is the part everyone waits for. A regular circulated 2016 Theodore Roosevelt quarter is worth its face value, which is about 25 cents. A high-grade uncirculated coin can be worth around $5 to $15 depending on its condition, and grading A-proof coin from the San Francisco Mint can be worth between $10 to $30, while silver-proof versions can range from $20 to $50 or more depending on quality. Error coins such as double die-off center strikes or major die cracks can range from $100 to over $1,000 depending on how rare and visible the error is, and, in rare auction cases, exceptional error coins or perfect graded specimens have reached values of several $1,000s, making them highly desirable among serious collectors. Top 3. Today we are diving into a coin that many people have seen, many have spent without thinking twice, and yet a few rare pieces of it have quietly turned into treasures hiding in plain sight. Imagine holding a simple quarter in your hand and not realizing it could be worth far more than 25 cents. That is exactly what makes this story exciting, mysterious, and worth your full attention. The coin we are talking about today is the 2003 Illinois State Quarter, also known as the Illinois 1818 Quarter. At first glance it looks ordinary, part of the famous 50 state quarters program that captured the attention of millions across America. But what most people don't realize is that within this common coin, there are rare variations, hidden errors, and collector secrets that can turn an everyday coin into something truly valuable. Let's start with what makes this coin special in the first place. The Illinois Quarter was released in 2003 as part of the State Series, celebrating Illinois joining the Union in 1818. The design features a young Abraham Lincoln, the outline of the state, and the skyline of Chicago in the background. It's a beautiful design, symbolic and rich in history. But beauty alone does not make a coin valuable. What truly matters is rarity, condition, and unique characteristics. Now here's where things get interesting. Millions of these coins were minted, which means most of them are still only worth their face value. But within those millions, a small number were struck with errors or preserved in near-perfect condition. And those are the coins collectors are hunting for every single day. One of the most talked about features in this coin is the potential for mint errors. Errors can happen during the production process, and when they do, they create something unique. These mistakes are not supposed to exist, which is exactly why collectors love them. Some 2003 Illinois quarters show off center strikes, where the design is not perfectly aligned. Others may have double die errors, where parts of the design appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. There are also coins with weak strikes, die cracks, or unusual surface textures. Each of these imperfections tells a story and, more importantly, makes the coin stand out from millions of others. Another factor that plays a huge role is the mint mark. These quarters were produced in different mints, including Philadelphia and Denver. While both are common, certain conditions or error combinations from specific mints can make a coin more desirable. But perhaps the most powerful factor of all is condition. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin that looks worn, scratched, or faded will rarely attract serious value. But a coin that looks as if it just came out of the mint, with sharp details, brilliant shine, and no signs of wear, can command much higher attention. Collectors use grading systems to evaluate coins, and the highest grades are extremely difficult to find. Most coins enter circulation and quickly lose their original quality. That means finding a 2003 Illinois quarter in pristine condition is already a challenge. Finding one with an error on top of that is even rarer. Now imagine this. Somewhere out there, someone has a jar of old coins sitting on a shelf. Inside that jar could be a 2003 Illinois quarter with a rare error or exceptional condition. That person might not even know what they have. And that is why videos like this matter, because they open your eyes to possibilities hiding in your everyday life. Let's talk about how collectors identify valuable pieces. First, they carefully examine the coin under good lighting. Details matter, from the clarity of Lincoln's figure to the sharpness of the text and edges. Any unusual feature should be looked at closely. A magnifying glass can reveal doubling, cracks, or other subtle errors that are invisible to the naked eye. Second, they check the surface. Is it shiny or dull? Are there scratches or marks? Does it have that original mint luster? Coins that have been well preserved, especially those that were never circulated, are always more appealing. Third, they compare it with known error types. The coin collecting community has documented many variations over the years, and matching your coin with one of those can instantly increase its interest level. And here's something that makes collecting even more exciting. The market is always changing. A coin that was once overlooked can suddenly gain attention if collectors start noticing a specific error or variation. That means even today, new discoveries can still happen. Now think about the emotional side of this. There is something thrilling about the hunt. Every time you check your pocket change, you are not just looking at coins, you are looking at possibilities. You are searching for that one piece that stands out, that tells a different story, that could be worth far more than its face value. This is not just about money. It is about curiosity, history, and the excitement of discovery. Coins like the 2003 Illinois quarter connect us to a larger story, a story of a nation, its history, and the tiny details that make each piece unique. And for those who take this hobby seriously, it becomes a passion. They study coins, learn about minting processes, understand grading systems, and build collections that reflect years of dedication. Every coin has a place, and every rare find adds to the thrill, so the next time you come across a quarter, don't just spend it without thinking. Take a moment. Look at it closely. Check the details. You might be holding something more valuable than you realize. Now let's come to the part everyone has been waiting for, the value. Most 2003 Illinois quarters in circulated condition are worth only their face value. However, coins in uncirculated condition can be worth a few dollars depending on their quality. Rare error coins and high-grade examples have been known to reach significantly higher values in the collector market and real market terms. Common circulated coins are worth 25 cents. Uncirculated coins can range from $1 to $5, and rare high-grade or error coins have reached values from $50 up to several $100s. In exceptional auction cases, the finest examples have been known to sell for amounts reaching into the range of $1,000 depending on rarity and condition. Top 4. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins from the United States State Quarter Series, the 2001 New York quarter with the historic 1788 inscription. This is not just another coin story, this is a treasure hunt hidden in plain sight. And by the end of this video you might rush to check your own coins because what you find could surprise you. Story behind this. On the 2001 New York quarter was part of the legendary 50 state quarters program, which captured the attention of millions of collectors across the world. New York, being one of the original 13 colonies, joined the Union in 1788, and that year is proudly engraved on the coin. The design itself is powerful and symbolic, featuring the Statue of Liberty standing tall with a beautiful outline of the state and a line marking the Erie Canal. This coin represents freedom, history, and innovation all in one small piece of metal. But here is where things start getting exciting. Not all of these coins are the same. What makes this coin style? At first glance, every 2001 New York quarter might look identical, but collectors know the truth. Small differences can turn an ordinary coin into a rare and valuable treasure. The value of this coin depends heavily on condition, mint mark, and most importantly, errors. If you have a coin that looks brand new with no scratches, sharp details, and full shine, it is already more valuable than regular circulated coins. But if your coin has a rare minting error, then you might be holding something truly special. Mint mark is rarest. This coin was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins without a mint mark come from Philadelphia. Coins with a D are from Denver, and S mint coins are usually proof coins made for collectors. Proof coins are specially made with mirror-like surfaces and deep details. These coins are not meant for circulation and already hold a higher value, but even among these coins there are hidden gems, errors that make this coin rare. Now let's talk about the real reason collectors get excited. Errors. These mistakes happen during the minting process, and they can dramatically increase the value of a coin. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die error. This happens when the design is stamped more than once, slightly misaligned, creating a noticeable doubling effect on letters or numbers. If you see doubling on the words New York or the year 1788, you could be looking at a rare piece. Another valuable error is the off-center strike. When the coin is not perfectly aligned during minting, part of the design may be missing or shifted. These coins are rare and highly collectible, Then there are die cracks and cuts. These appear as raised lines or blobs on the surface of the coin caused by damaged minting equipment. While they may look like imperfections, they are actually valuable to collectors. Also keep an eye out for coins with missing clad layers. These coins may appear discolored or lighter than usual and can be worth significantly more. Why collectors love this? Collectors are drawn to the 2001 New York quarter not just for its design but for the thrill of discovery. Every coin has a story, and the possibility of finding a rare error keeps collectors searching. This coin represents a time when coin collecting became a nationwide hobby. Millions of people started checking their change and building collections, and some were lucky enough to find rare pieces. Even today, this coin continues to attract attention because new error varieties are still being discovered. How to check yours on. Now here is the exciting part. You can check your own coins right now. Take a close look at the surface. Use a magnifying glass if possible. Look at the lettering, the date, and the design details. Check for any unusual marks, doubling, or misalignment. Pay attention to the mint mark and overall condition. A coin in perfect condition is always more valuable, and remember, even a small difference can make a big impact on value. Real value and most 2001 New York quarters in regular circulation are only worth their face value, but uncirculated coins in excellent condition can be worth several times more. Proof coins from San Francisco also carry a higher value, especially if they are in perfect condition. However, coins with rare errors can reach impressive prices in the collector market. Final the 2001 New York 1788 quarter is more than just a piece of currency. It is a piece of history, a collector's dream, and a potential hidden treasure. Every coin you come across could be an opportunity, and the next valuable find might already be in your pocket waiting to be discovered. So start checking your coins, look closely, and never underestimate the value of small details, because sometimes the smallest differences create the biggest rewards.